booktube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to try something out. I'm sitting in my car at the school waiting for work. I have about 15 minutes, and I'm thinking of doing car rant Thursday. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even go together, but I had a question this morning while I was reading, and it irritated me enough to want to rant about it. So, let's get started. For those that read for information, an abridged piece of literature, or like the notes, what are they called? Cliff Notes, that's it. The Cliff Notes version of classics, because you don't feel like reading the classics. Anything that is abridged, to me, is offensive. I don't know why I have such this extreme hatred for abridged things, but if I'm going to read something, I want to read it in its entirety. I never skim a book. I never rush to the end to find out what's going on. I am a completionist by heart, and I like to go from page 1 to the end. You know what I'm saying? So, here's why I'm ranting. This morning, I found out that my library, or, Overdrive, had The Alienist by Caleb Carr on audio, and I was very excited because I wanted to add it to my TBR for this month for Mystery May. The book is about 534 pages, and when I borrowed it from the library, I was confused that it only had 4 parts to it, because I am currently also in the middle of reading Needful Things. I'm awaiting the next, ebook to be available, because right now it's on hold. So, but long story short, the Needful Things book, which is about 800 and so pages, has 14 parts to it for the audiobook. So I was confused with the small amount of parts in this audiobook. So regardless, I was like, oh, well, maybe the guy just reads quickly. I start the book, I get very invested. I'm around chapter 5. And then today I decided when I went home that I would bookmark where I'm at in the story, so that way I have a page count for my updates for Goodreads. Lo and behold, chapter 1 wasn't even read in the audiobook. There are humongous chunks out of chapters 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are non-existent in the audio. And when I borrowed the audio, it has nowhere on the cover, the picture that you see, that says that it is the abridged edition. Is Edward Herman. He's the narrator of the abridged edition. I have just found the unabridged edition from my library. Unfortunately, it's on CD. I have a CD player in my car, so that's fine. But that one is also on hold, so I'm going to have to wait in order to read that book, which is a bummer because I really wanted to read it this month, and there's 4 to 6 holds on that one. So yeah, my rant of the day is abridged versus unabridged. Let me know down below which ones you like best. Do you like abridged books? Are you the ones that put on an audiobook and turn it up to like 2.5 or something, where the person's just spitting all of the information out? Or are you like me, who enjoys the ambiance of reading, who enjoys the theatrics of a narrated book? I want it in real time. No one speaks at 2.5 miles an hour unless you, or miles an hour. No one speaks like that unless you're James Charles, or, the Micro Machine Man. Like, seriously, normal talking has pauses and breaths, and that is what creates the drama when you talk to people. So it bothers me that people listen to audiobooks at a higher speed. It bothers me that people watch videos at a higher speed because you lose the creativeness of the story itself. It's like you're trying to just quickly go through it just to mark it off your list, and you're not actually enjoying it. That would be like eating a bar of chocolate in one bite instead of nibbling it for a long period of time. I like to savor life. I like to savor moments. I like to savor my reading. I don't want to rush through things just to get it done. And so the abridged edition of any book is offensive to me personally because I want the entire story. And so I basically had to reread the first 5 chapters this morning because I missed out on all of the world building of is it 18th century? 1800s. Centuries are different. I always get them confused. The mid-1800s New York. That's where the Alienist takes place. And you miss out on all of that. By the way, in the book, it doesn't even tell you who Theodore is. Like, they say Theodore, and then they sometimes say Roosevelt, but they never put 2 and 2 together and say Theodore Roosevelt. If that was the case, I would have known that one of the main characters of the story is our president, Theodore Roosevelt. They took out chapter 1, so I went into the book confused, and then there's just all this stuff about different people and the setting of the story and where the characters are that are just completely missed in the abridged edition. So, like I said, I had to go back through the reading so that way I could get all of that in there. And that brings me to my second portion of this rant. How am I to know if I have read the entire book of something in the past? I feel like I have to go through all of my physical copies that I've listened to the audio for to double check to make sure I didn't miss out on things. That drives me crazy. Completionist, me. I am a completionist. I'm an achievement, goal-oriented, check box, check the list when completed kind of person. And I want an unabridged version of everything in my life. I want details, details, details. My husband says that boys, men, the male mind does not like details. They just want the answer. So maybe abridged are for those like-minded people who choose to miss the entire joke and they just want the punchline. Why are you speaking to me? What is the point of this story? Tell me now. I have no time. All we have is time. This entire world, all we have is time. And without being too philosophical, if you rush through your life, you will miss out on a lot of things, a lot of beauty, a lot of memories, a lot of things that will enhance your life. Sit down and relax. You only get this one shot. Unless you believe in reincarnation, which then means you have many lives to learn and many lives to live, but the learn part is the basic. If you don't learn to smell the roses, as people say, then you'll have to come back and do it all over again. So that's my rant. That's it for today. If you like this car Rant Thursday video, leave me a thumbs up. And I never ask for that, but I want to try to get more creative on my channel. And if I don't get the thumbs ups or the comments down below, I don't know if this was worthwhile or if anybody even liked it. And then I just won't make another one of these videos. So if you liked it, let me know down below. If you think I should change something, let me know down below. And let me know whether you are like me and you like the unabridged, the longest possible of a book, or do you want it to be snippets? Do it quickly, because let me tell you, I own the extended versions of Lord of the Rings, people. Lord of the Rings is about 4 hours long in length, every movie. I wanted the extended versions. I wanted my movies to be longer. I want more content. I am greedy and I want all of it at once. I don't want anything to be snippets. All right, I think I have to go to work now. It's probably time. I don't have a clock because I turned off my car, and I'm starting to get pinky and hot because there's no oxygen in here, and I didn't want to turn the fan on because that would have been too loud. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!